Hey guys, Nafal here. So just want to start a video on an, kind of how we start clay tables and campaigns. So it'll be a very like introductory video to clay, but also like standard operating procedures type of videos. So hopefully, yeah, everyone will learn something from this, and yeah, we'll kind of just go into it. So for those that don't know clay, essentially clay is a tool where I always describe it like Google Sheets on steroids, but it allows you to connect to like 75 data sources. It allows you to connect to AI models. It allows you to connect to web scrapers, right? So there's a whole heap of tools that you can do. But in a nutshell, the end goal is to, how can you create really great campaigns where, like, let's say every email is different, right? Now, I always use kind of data from somewhere else and then input it into Clay. So, for example, I have a CSV file from Apollo, and then I put it into Clay. There's, of course, all different types of methods and ways you can input data into Clay, but this is the most common one that we use. So you just import companies from CSV, and then this is a CSV file that I prepared earlier. This is like take two. I did a couple take before where I didn't prepare, so this should be faster. And really, the idea with Clay and our process when we're starting a campaign is we first of all want to disqualify people, right? Disqualifying essentially means, just ensuring that are these companies and these people that we're going to be emailing, are they relevant to us, right? Because that's really half of the game, right? If you can ensure that every email that you're sending to is to a relevant person, it's going to get you better reply rates. It's going to decrease your spam rates, right? Because people thinking, oh, this is not for me. Why is this for me? Well, I'm just going to block you or mark you as spam, right? So generally, it's just going to be healthy for kind of all metrics, right? So I'm going to do this on the fly as well. So I'm going to also, like, I'm not going to use any templates. I'm just going to prepare all the promptings in this video as well. So like what you can see is just a standard list, right, with data that you may have seen before. And where I like to start off with is using Claygen, right? So Claygen is the basically web scraper tool, and it just allows you to visit any website that you tell it to. I'm not going to use a template, but what we're going to do is choose the model, right? So we always use the GPT-4o mini model. Right now, this is the best one and the cheapest at the moment. And I say at the moment because there could be a new release today of something else, right? But yeah, we're always testing out different models and just comparing. But I would recommend using your own API key. So just go to OpenAI and set up your open API key so that you're not using Clay credits. And then this is when the fun happens, right? So you need to be able to create an instruction or a prompt that allows you to get the outcome that I'm trying to get, right? So in this case, I'm trying to understand if this company is an agency, right? That's just the basic thing, right? So I'll just do this on the fly. So can you visit this website and see if it is a marketing agency or not? Here are some hints to find out uh, if they are a marketing agency or not. And then obviously I can do this on the, like, some things come to mind, but I just want to put yourself in the shoes of someone who, let's say, never done a campaign before. You're not really too sure on the client's industry or whatever. So I always put in so this is Claude, by the way. What are some keywords to that are related to marketing agencies? Be broad and specific and give me a list in a comma separated format. Let's just do that for now. This should be enough. You could also give it like other stuff as well. So these are keywords, and let me do another one. So you could be like, let's see, when thinking about marketing agencies' websites. What are the most common keywords or features that we see on the site? For example, case studies, services. Yeah, so what I'm also trying to do is like give it more like, yeah, this is the issue, right? So some of these things are good, but some of them are not. Because some of them could be like, are not an agency, right? You could see as I'm not an agency. But we could take like, yeah, let's take the first few in a comma separated list. So yeah, I could probably take like, let's say services, capabilities, pros. Yeah, anything from here. This will be good. Things on the site, keywords to look out for on the site. Yeah, so this is quite an extensive, but it will serve its purpose. So, and then if you are 90% confident that it fits these keywords above, then I'll put yes. Otherwise, I'll put no. If you are unsure, then I'll put unsure. Right. Now I'll take this from Eric. Take your time. My job depends on this. Shout out to Eric, the clay goat. All right, man. So this is gonna take a bit of time. Well, actually, it's quite a long prompt, and I did tell it to take its time. Takes its time, but it shouldn't. Okay, so we've got. Yeah, so what I don't want is this. So, see, I don't know why. Sometimes Clay does that. It like removes like that. So it removes like I don't know why it removed those keywords. Do that again. Okay. I'll put yes if you are 90% confident that it is an agency. Otherwise, I'll put no. If you are unsure, then I'll put unsure. Oh, let's just. I don't know why it does that, but this should be faster if it's giving you a yes or no answer. There we go. Yes, 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 no, no. Okay. Cool. So that's the first step, right? Then the second step is to ensure that this person is founder, right? So there's a few ways you can do this. You can, yeah, I mean, there's a few ways you can do this. You can either do map job title to persona, right? And then essentially you would like choose a title, and then you would do like, let's say, let's just do founders. Then you do like founder, co-founder, like CEO. Do you know what I mean? And then you just put in the keywords that way. The lazy way is just using AI. So you can use the GPT model here, again for a mini, and then and then here's the prompt. So I'll just be like, analyze this job title and label. I forgot to do that title and label it as one of the following options: executive leadership, marketing leadership, and others. Right. So I only care about these things because I'm targeting agencies. So yeah, that's essentially what it is. This will do it super fast. don't be like me and forget to do a rule. Output only the label and nothing else. So yeah, just trying to be raw with it. This is the process. And why do we do this, right? Why do we label it? Well, if we label the job title, we're able to send a different messaging to each label, right? So if it's like a marketing leadership, then I'll be talking about more about the marketing budget, the KPIs, right? The conversion rates. If it's like the executive leadership, then obviously want to talk about growth and revenue, saving costs. So there's obviously different messaging for that. So now that I'm here, right, then I can kind of go forward. Now, actually, just one thing that I forgot to do. So I have a no here. What I would actually do from here is any step that goes on after this, right, is I would basically do a conditional format. So here it says like only run. So what I was saying is I would do a only run if, so a conditional formula to basically stop the process of this lead like continuing. So it'll be like only run if equals yes, right? So it's referencing that disqualification column and then only running if it equals yes. Cool. And then that's basically it, right? So then here you can see that run condition not met, it's not going to continue going forward. But of course you need to continue it from there. Okay, so going forward now, I know this is a pretty long video. So now what I'll be doing is essentially trying to validate the emails, right? So we would use Lead Magic for this, right? And let's validate email here. So again, we have our own API key for this, highly recommend doing that. And then, essentially running. And then again, you have to put the only run formula. So only run if equals yes. So then we're not like, qualifying or validating that non-agency, right? So you just let it run. There's missing emails. Okay, so not everyone has an email. Cool. So this is fine. So at this point, right? Yeah, I don't know why, but at the moment, like my API key is not connecting, so I need to check it out. But just for the video, I'm just going to use some Clay credits for this, just to validate the emails. Now you can see here that there's a missing input, right? Which happens sometimes. So yeah, this is where we'll be using the waterfall enrichment, right? So we can quickly show that. So there's a few ways to do it. I typically just do it manually. I'm probably not doing it the best way, but you just type in find work email, and you can see here there's all different providers that we could use. So let's use Lead Magic, right? There's my API key here. No. And essentially what you'll do is you just put in their name and you put the website domain, and then it would find you the emails. Right, oh, actually, sorry. Then you got to do a conditional here. So only run if email is empty, right? So then we're only doing the empty emails. Cool. And then run 10, right? So now you can see that it's only running for these. And then, if we want to try find this one, then we could use another provider. Let's use find email. That's like our second go-to, really. And again, you put in their full name, website. Only run if email and the Lead Magic one that you did before is empty. Okay. And just let it run. So now let's see if we can get this email. And this one, oh, okay. Find email, couldn't find it. And then you could do another one. You could do like Prospeo or ICPs or whatever. But just for the video, I'll just stop it there. And then essentially once you're here, right, you have a lead list that that are valid emails, and then they are within ICP. So I'm going to stop the video there. Gonna just focus and summarize what we discussed. So again, we used Clay to import a CSV file from Apollo. We then did some disqualification, right, to check if they're an agency or not. And if you think about it today, right, how people are doing this today, if you're an SDR, or if you're in sales, right, and you're looking to research your lead list that you get from your boss, that will take you hours, right, just to go through that whole list, right? That took me like less than a minute to just get that information. So that's what the possibilities are, right, in just simple terms. Then, of course, I'm segmenting the job titles based on their role, right? And that allows us to give different messaging. Also, we didn't get it here, but anyone who didn't fit the executive leadership or marketing leadership, then I could filter them out, or I could just kind of do like don't run them into the kind of the future process in continuing the process. And then from there, what we're doing is we're validating the emails, and then we're doing a waterfall enrichment to like get more emails from the ones that are missing, because Apollo data isn't the best sometimes. So that is it. Hopefully you got value from that. If you got any questions, if you need anything else, let me know. If you need a cold email campaign or a Clay campaign, or you need some Clay consulting or cold email consulting, you can reach out to us at optrip.com, and we'll be happy to have a chat. All right, thanks.